Hello! Welcome to our course on small talk in English. In our fourth lesson, we share ideas on good topics to start your small talk. Enjoy!
There are a small number of standard topics, often introduced in the form of questions, which both partners in a small talk can confidently start talking about. The weather is one topic which seems to have a universal appeal. If you meet somebody new, asking where they're from or why they are at the same place as you are very natural opening questions. And finally, the universal, what do you do?
Now to our first universal topic, the weather. It happens every day, it affects us all, and it changes, so there's always something to talk about. One way is just to make a straight statement about the weather. For example, lovely weather. A bit humid today. It's freezing. Another way to introduce the topic is through tag questions. Those little rising questions at the end of a sentence that invites your partner to agree with you. This helps speaker build social bonds and find something in common. Here are some typical examples. Beautiful day, isn't it? It's unusually cold, isn't it? Miserable day, isn't it? It's so hot, isn't it? The listener can't help but agree, and our small talk has started.
Here are two examples of small talk that begin with comments about the weather. Example 1.
It's lovely weather.
Yes, it's a beautiful day, isn't it? What brings you here?
Oh, I'm here for the training about PR.
Example 2.
Oh, it's freezing.
Yes, and it's still only September. I don't understand why it's so unusually cold.
It's strange, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Oh, I haven't introduced myself. I'm Todd.
Nice to meet you, Todd. I'm Maggie.
After the weather, our second opening question could be to ask where your partner is from. The direct question, where are you from, is fine. Or something like, are you from around here? What's your hometown? Are you local? Have you come far? If your partner is from a place you know, you're lucky, as it's easy to find something in common. Here's an example.
Where are you from?
I'm from Eastbourne.
Oh, I've been there. It's a nice place.
It is, and it has a great beach.
That's right, and beautiful hills.
They are. By the way, my name is Ben.
I'm Sarah. Nice to meet you, Ben.
If you don't know anything about the place where your partner's from, that's okay. It's a nice chance for you to ask questions so that you can find something in common. Typical questions could include, is it far? What's it like to live there? Are you originally from there? Show an interest in the place that the other person comes from. They'll connect and like you for it. Also, it's good to be able to answer these things about where you are from.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Jane.
Hi, Jane. Nice to meet you. I'm Lisa. Where are you from?
I live in New Zealand.
Wow, I hear it's a beautiful place. Also heard there are more sheep than people. Is it true?
Yes, it is a very beautiful place to live. I live in the city though, and I don't see sheep that often myself, but the ocean is very close by.
Really? Sounds lovely. What brought you here today, Jane?
Our third possible opening question, after weather and hometown, is when you meet somebody at some kind of event, maybe work-related like a workshop or training day. Or it could be a social event, such as a local festival or sports day. What brought you here is a very safe opening line. Or less directly, are you enjoying the workshop? What do you think of today's event? It's good to not be too direct. why are you here? Or why did you come here? Can sound too straightforward and not so polite. Here is an example of small talk that begins with comments about what brought you here.
Hello, are you enjoying the workshop?
Oh yes, I'm learning lots of new ideas.
Me too. The speaker is very good, isn't he?
He is. I like his style. My name's Roger, by the way.
Roger, let me give you my card. I'm Akane.
Oh, thank you, Akane.
If you think it's appropriate, another standard question is to ask what do people do? Most often this implies a work-related answer, but it could be that your conversation partner is a student or a homemaker. Similar questions are, what line of work are you in? Or what do you do for a living? This can be a sensitive question, especially if a person is out at work. So it's probably best to avoid questions which sound too direct, such as, what job do you have? What is your work? It's best to avoid talking too much at one go. It's better to give a short answer to show what your situation is. Then the other person can ask questions or add some of their own information. For example, I teach math. I work in healthcare. I'm a stay-at-home dad. I'm a part-time student. I'm in the IT business. In this lecture, we have looked at 4 different kinds of topics. These were the weather, talking about where you're from, or why you're at the place where the small talk is happening, and finally about what you do for a living. These are all common ways to break the ice with new people, and if you can start your small talk with a safe topic, you can gradually get connected. In our next lecture, we will look at what makes a good story. Happy English learning!